Hello there, Tuesday the 26th of August 2014. What a fantastic few days I've had. What with little Jimmy turning up unannounced here. I've been out. I went to my mate Ben's karaoke night. He was doing a little night at the British Legion Club in, was it Hillingdon? I think it was Hillingdon. Oh, it was a nightmare to find. The sat-nav took me to completely the wrong place. Do be careful when you're using those sat-navs. Although I must say, I can't find my way from A to B. Absolutely useless. That's why I won't hire a car in the States. I'm completely and utterly useless with my geography, finding my way from A to B. And of course you saw the Ice Bucket Challenge yesterday. And a few comments on that. First of all, from Ronnie Ruckoff. Now, Ronnie Ruckoff is Ronnie's dad. There's three of them now. There's Big Ron, there's Little Ron, and there's Tiny Ron. Big Ron is dad. Little Ron is my best mate, and Tiny Ron is Ronnie's nephew. It's all getting very confusing, to be honest. Can we please use some different names when people are coming around here? I'm getting very, very confused. Big Ron says, well done all of you. Great stuff, Chris. Hope it was for a good cause. Thank you very much. That's the thing. You know, that actually got me thinking. Your email, Ronnie, got me thinking there. And the idea is that we're all supposed to be raising money, I think, for Macmillan nurses. But I think people, including ourselves, are just doing it and not raising the money. So I think we've lost the reason that we were all supposed to be doing it, haven't we? So good point, very good point there. Guillermo writes, first rate Chris Reardon, hope all is well. You did enjoy our little water thing, didn't you, eh? Joyce writes, great job, guys. You made us all proud, and Jimmy's driving is good. Thank you, Joyce. Eloise writes, well executed, gentlemen. Love it. Well, I was going to execute a lot of them after they made me very wet. Thank you very much. Wet, wet, wet. Talking of wet, you should have seen the weather yesterday. Oh, bank holiday Monday. Rain, rain, rain the entire day. Oh, and I did something very naughty yesterday. I attempted, once again, DIY on one of the houses that I let out. It needed a new letterbox. So he goes and buys the letterbox, gets round there, takes the old one off. You have to drill 2 new holes. No drill with me. And this is the thing with DIY. I just got to leave it to someone else. Yes, you do pay 10 times as much, but at least you get the bloody job done. Oh, God, there's always something that doesn't work. Couple of comments coming from some of the older videos. Brandon writes, you made me laugh a lot. Piss myself laughing was the correct term that he uses, with the cat noises and actions. We like cats. I salute Ron for looking after Custard the cat. Good. I should hope so well as well. And Brandon also likes the big HP sauce mug that I had in the background the other day. Thank you, Brandon. And Mary writes, I've been on, talking of Disney, I've been on It's a Small World ride many times. Oh, we love it. La 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 la. We love it. We love It's a Small World. She says, I thought it was very peaceful. Tell Daniel, right now I have to tell you, Mary is one of the Manilow girls. And she has a message for Daniel. And she says, tell Daniel we will give him another chance since he's listening to Barry now. Love the Gonzo medley. I love that one. And hi, Jimmy. Thank you, Mary. All right. And Angel sent in a lovely long letter. And Angel writes, hi, Chris, you are such a silly nutcase. Me? Buh, buh. And acting like a 4-year-old. Don't ever lose that because it's wonderful to see and hear. You certainly put a smile on my face. Well, you see the thing, Angel. The thing is, Angel, a lot of people make the mistake of growing up. Now, when you grow up, you've only got to look around yourself now, Angel, and see how miserable and fed up and worried people are about it. You must never do that, dear. You must never, ever grow up. And I wonder, is it possible to grow up and then turn the clock backwards? The thing is, in your mind, when you start doing things, you know, that are perhaps a little bit mad, similar to what I do anyway all the time, The thing is, the fact that you've grown up once, will you then criticise yourself for being so stupid? Because I don't. Oh, you want to see the arseholes that criticise me? There's plenty of those all over the place. Most of them haven't got two pennies to rub together. They're as boring as sin. As boring. You've got to let your hair... yeah, well... Angel says, I've not been very sociable for a while, as I'm having a lot of trouble with my health, as I saw, yeah. One thing is that I'm still having to try to cope with the injections for my diabetes. Oh, no. Oh, needles in people. Mind you, I mean, that sort of thing can make the hairs on the back of my head stand up. But not as bad as an incident last night, Angel. No, not last night, Sunday night. Sunday night, I was off. And there I was, sitting in the living room, watching Dragon's Den. The last one has finished already. I like Dragon's Den. My favourite dragon, I think, is... I like Deborah Meadham. I quite like her. And as I'm sitting there, at the corner of my eye, I saw the curtain move. Do you like my eyebrows? Look. I saw the curtain move. And up it was crawling the biggest spider I have seen in my entire life. Now, I'm not one to kill things. Even spiders, usually spiders, I will put my hand... This sends shivers up your back. I will put my hand in front of them so that they climb onto my hand and gently put them outside. But this was a big bastard. Oh, and I shuddered and I watched it climb up the curtain. And then it stopped at the top and perched itself. It perched like a budgerigar. It perched itself on top of the curtain. Now, ladies in the States, I don't know if you have dangerous spiders there. We don't here in the UK. We have no poisonous spiders, as far as I know. I don't know if you have any here. So, it was such a big spider. And I'm sorry, it came out, sucky, 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 Hoover. Ooh. And I gently approached the curtain with the spider perched on top. I don't know if it was watching me or not. And gently, after I'd switched on my sucky, sucky, sucky Hoover, I pulled off the hand tools and slowly moved it up the curtain and it was gone. Oh my God, thanks for that. It was waiting to eat me. There was a spider waiting to eat me. You don't care. No one cares. No one cares. Nobody cares. I'm sorry, I can't have that hanging around the house. And the thing is, where has that been living? You know, the windows were closed. I do open my windows a lot, only when I'm in, mind. So it must have come out. Did it come in from outside that size? Or where had it been living? That's the thing. Where had that spider been living in my house? Very scary. Back to the emails. Angel says, I'm having a couple of side effects from the injections for diabetes, which is feeling sick, and I start falling asleep after a couple of hours after my injection. Angel, darling, are you sure it's the injections making you fall asleep and not watching these shows? There has been one or two people who I've had to haul across the coals who have said to me that they watch these videos in order to help them fall asleep. Do you think it's the shows and not the injections? That's the question for you, my darling. Angel goes on to say, I was sick today, but I think that you've been looking at pictures of me, darling. Not only do these videos make some people fall asleep, they actually make some people feel sick as well. By the way, I'm sorry that now and again that the picture is bouncing a bit today. It's every time I knock my desk. Watch. Oh dear. Oh, excuse me. I think the air pressure's changed recently, Angel, because my asthma has kicked off a little bit. Oh, look. Oh, that doesn't look very professional now. Now you can see where everything's attached on the wall. Oh, God. Never mind. She goes on to say, I was sick today, but I think it was because I ate something not long after I'd done my injections. The instructions do say that I have to get... They're not in... Are they in Chinese, the instructions? Oh, God, it's not like buying a piece of IKEA furniture. No wonder you're getting it wrong, dear. Oh, God, IKEA... Oh, I can't stand it. Flat pack furniture. Why? What bastard ever invented that? Please. You have to order it from John Lewis. It's made. Men carry it up the stairs into position. Flat pack furniture. I can't stand it. Were the instructions in Chinese then on your insulin injections, are they? She said the instructions do say I have to give myself the injection 1 hour before I eat, which I didn't, so I suppose it was my fault. All your fault, Angel. It's all your fault. All your fault. All your fault. I scared myself the other day. I started to feel all tingly, lightheaded and dizzy. Now, I used to take a pill to feel like that. Long, long time ago, though, Angel. My blood sugar has dropped through the floor. Had dropped through the floor. Well, you know, get the floor fixed. You can't go around having holes in your house all over the place, dear. The rain will come in and things will fall down it like your blood sugar. Do be careful, Angel. Careful where you're walking, my love. I couldn't find my glucose tablets, so I took a couple of sips of undiluted lemon squash, which brought my sugar level back up again. What's it like, undiluted? I think the main thing... I used to go out with someone. He had diabetes, and he had to do injections. And I'm going back here about 18 years. And one day I woke up and I said, wait, are you going to get up? And it was nothing. I thought he was dead. Don't laugh, dear. I thought he was dead. So I called an ambulance and they came and they give him this, right, this will only take a few seconds. And they give him this injection and suddenly he bursts into life. Like a repaired car. Although, to be honest, the car was a lot cheaper to run than he was. Yeah, he had... what is it now? A hypo. A hypo. Angel says, I think the main thing that scared me was I had never had this happen as bad before and I was alone. If I hadn't found the lemon squash, I hate to think what might have happened. I think they call it a hypo. Yeah, so you had a hypo. She says, so that's about... so I hope you're going to get better soon, Angel. It's a real long... Have I got a chest infection? It's a real long uphill recovery for you, isn't it? But never give up. You must keep going on. On and on and on. On and on and on. Like I do in these shows. Thank you. And she also tells me to stop being such a bad boy while Ronnie is driving. Well, if he drove sensibly, I wouldn't have to interrupt. I wouldn't have to be a backseat driver, would I? The driving is terrible, dear. Terrible. She says, sorry, Chris, but I'm voting for Ronnie's hanging basket. Oh. Because we did hanging basket videos on Friday. And I thought mine was better. And I did ask you to vote. And not a single person has selected my hanging basket as the winning basket. I'm very, very disappointed with you. And all these hours and hours of endless entertainment that I provide free of charge. And you didn't vote for me. You were strangling those poor plants. Well, it was him. He told me to put I wouldn't have put so many in that blooming thing. Christ. You don't pack the soil down like you did the poor things need to breathe and they need water to get to them. Press the soil firmly, not squish down hard. The pansies need to be dead-headed, otherwise they won't bush out, which I have done. I've done that at mine. He won't do it. I told him to do it. It's no point telling him to. He just does his own thing and carries on. He won't listen, Angel. The pansies need to be dead-headed, otherwise they won't bush out. They will just go straggly instead of bushing out. Could you apply the same to humans? You know when you get someone they think they're too tall. If you cut their head off, would they bush out a bit more? Maybe at some point I had my head cut off. Do you know what I mean? When you have a bushy plant, leave them to bloom and deadhead them as the flower finishes. Thank you, Marge. I so love the throw. That's the throw that Joyce got for her Doberman where she lost her Doberman. I so love the throw. It's a wonderful thing to have done, so thoughtful that some of the things true friends do for each other. She goes on to say, on the subject of the show we did, and I was telling you about my sister's mother-in-law's funeral, and they had the ashes, and they wanted to dig a hole. They had to have a hole dug, and they charged them £500 for that. Angel says, I think it's disgusting the price they wanted to dig a hole for some ashes. When my wonderful mother-in-law died, Richard, the husband, and his family took some flowers to put on their grandmother's grave. And while they were there, they looked to see if anyone was looking. Then the family lifted up the corner of the turf in front of the grave and placed my mother-in-law's ashes on the grave under the turf, and then patted down the turf. No one is the wiser. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. I don't know why we're ripped off in this country for so much stuff. On the subject of football, Angel says, some people are as passionate as football as you are about Barry Manilow. I mean, how can you be as passionate about football as we are about Barry Manilow? I don't understand that, Angel. I'm sorry, dear. Does David Beckham come out and sing songs? Would you want him to? He can barely string a sentence together. Oh, yeah, my name's Dave, and we're just like a normal family, like Victorian. Oh, go away, you boring man, and stop doing things in pants, dear. You're a bit old to be on posters in front of your children modelling underpants, aren't you? What do you look like? Put it away, dear. Let's see someone young. I've always been a fan of his. Barry Manilow. I've always thought his head is too small for his body. What, Barry's? I never... No, I don't think so. I've got the poster behind me there. No, I don't think so. I'm going to redo the house pictures if you still want them. I think the reason that's because she made a little house. A little doll's house. It's fantastic. So she's redone the pictures. I'll have a look at those. I think we'll leave it there. Let's leave it there, right? And I'll do the other bit tomorrow. Because we've done 17 minutes, dear. Where has the time gone? So I've got a bit more email from Marge, from Angel tomorrow. And also one from Marge as well. A couple from Marge, actually. A couple from Marge tomorrow. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Have a lovely Tuesday. It's quiz night tonight. If you're anywhere in South London, I will be doing quiz night Tuesday night at the Mayflower in Rotherhithe between 8:30 and 10:30. If you're there and you're a viewer, come and say hello. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.